The mummy walked.
Welcome back to my dark corner of this sick world.
Mummy.
You know those shots that look good in your head and then you actually try to film them? This is Time Waster. Sorry, Walker. A dreary title for a film that ought to be called Alien Mummy on Campus.
What have I got that can compete with that?
In a sequence that was apparently too expensive to actually film,
What is that?
Earthquake!
a wall falls down in King Tutankhamun's tomb,
Believable.
revealing a previously undiscovered room containing a sarcophagus and some dead folk. Naturally, the Egyptians have no right to their own archaeology, and it ends up where a discovery of this magnitude belongs. Some pissy little college where students can destroy it.
You've been x-raying this mummy with 10 times the normal dose.
Hopefully their lecturer at least knows what he's talking about.
Which means the fella inside hasn't seen the light of day in approximately 2,000 years.
Other than thinking Tutankhamun died 2,000 years ago.
This may make him seem rather unattractive, but please remember he's been in there for 3,000 years.
Still 300 years out, but he's getting nearer. But there's something mysterious about this sarcophagus. How did no one notice this earlier?
Probably a hidden compartment for personal jewelry. That's not unheard of.
Hidden? There's a drawer in the side.
What is that green stuff? Mold?
I don't know. Why not poke it and find out? But this is small news compared to what happens next. The mummy has gone, leaving the sarcophagus
Empty. As a tomb.
Tombs aren't empty. They're pretty much defined by their contents.
I'd have to agree with that.
Now the mummy goes on the rampage to get his jewellery back. Jedi mummy this is.
I swear you are such a dork sometimes.
And this is where the whole mummy on campus thing ought to come good. We've got frat parties that end in death.
Hey!
Makeout sessions that end in death. We've got a crusty dean.
Now, if he is not returned, I am going to close every frat house and search every room on this campus.
The mummy even recreates a scene from Animal House. While floating. I wish I could say this represents the tone of the movie, but mostly it's dead serious.
I'm sorry, Professor, but with all due respect, we have to have some basis in fact.
No, you don't. You've got a flying killer alien mummy with Jedi powers and a torch in his chest. Have some fun with it.
It's an unbelievable concept.
It really is. I said earlier this should have been called Alien Mummy on Campus. I was wrong. It should have been Alien Mummy on Campus.
Meaning?
I don't say this very often, but this film isn't trashy enough. The opportunity for trash was there, but they decided that a film about an alien mummy stalking co-eds deserved to be taken seriously.
No, I don't think that scenario is going to hold water, Bruce.
The tone of the film is all over the shop. On the one hand, it wants to be serious.
What a dismal thought.
And on the other...
I know, my brother used to build radios, and I think he had diagrams lying around that look like that.
Yes, I'm sure a 3,000-year-old alien circuit diagrams look just like your brother's crystal set.
I mean, he couldn't have been building radios in ancient Egypt.
You can have a film with peeping mummies who open a branch of Radio Shack in the Valley of the Kings, but you can't then go all serious.
Maybe there's a way of turning this whole thing around.
Particularly at the end. When someone tries to hurt the alien, we get this dramatic bullet-blocking dive.
Shoot it! No!
say dramatic? All very close encounters of the Third Dynasty, but when E.T. went home, he didn't leave behind 2 corpses and a man with an amputated hand.
We look ridiculous.
Still, the film does at least finish on a joke. No.
Absolutely not.
But a remake is definitely overdue. Thanks for watching. If you want to see how a mummy-based horror comedy should be done, then check out my book, The Mummy's Quest, available to download or as a paperback on Amazon. Links in the comments below.
So long, Parker.